The old man will. The old man will.
Last lifetime interview of Nikola Tesla. The Museum of Nikola Tesla in Belgrade, Serbia, published the last lifetime interview with the great Serbian scientist Nikola Tesla, taken in 2 months prior to his death by the journalist, and also the close friend of Nikola Tesla, Alfred S. Howell, with whom he densely communicated the last 15 years of the life. We express huge gratitude to Dragan Vukacevic and personally to the ex-director of the museum, Velimir Abramovich.
Mr. Tesla, I am glad to welcome you. Mr. Thompson declared that you persistently asked meetings with me, therefore I'm here before you.
Quite so, dear Mr. Hoole. As showed life, you one of those few journalists to whom I can trust, and I do it. Unfortunately, I feel that my days begin to decline. Vital forces die away, but I have to tell you that has to. I have no right not to.
To tell what, Mr. Tesla?
To tell about the most important discovery, the invention of the wonderful machine, which as the living being is capable to get energy from a surrounding medium. 12 days ago I submitted the patent application of the device, which will be by means of electricity and several mechanical details to generate energy from a source that never-ending and constant, from lightful ether. I am not sure that the application will be approved shortly, but I feel how forces abandon me. Therefore I also called you here. You are a person with whom I can be frank.
Mr. Tesla, it seems to me you exaggerate. You all life were full of strength, and I am sure that else long years you will be near us.
Unfortunately, I can't agree with you, dear Alfred. But I called you not for this purpose. I want to tell you about the most important invention. I spent more than a half of the life for its development, and now, at last, I can safely declare I achieved stunning success. So all mankind cannot worry from now on about obtaining energy in any other ways than my device.
Tell in more detail what the device is.
I won't bother you with scientific explanations and my theories. All this exists in my works and interviews. Everyone can read it and understand. I always considered electricity, as well as ether, like an incompressible liquid. Therefore, I will just show you the scheme of a mechanical analog in which a role of ether is played by ordinary water. After I designed this mechanism, and it ran, in accuracy confirming my conclusions, I understood that it is a revolution in science and life of mankind. Now, it won't be necessary to burn millions of tons of fuel, poisoning air. It won't be necessary to get it in awful conditions. Will be enough to start my device, and you will be able to receive clean energy in any place of the earth, at any time.
Mr. Tesla, it sounds as the fairy tale, and if I did not know you so many years, I just would burst out laughing to you in a face. I know in recent years you were deprived of own laboratory, where you could carry out tests, how you managed without conditions to create such device.
You are absolutely right, my friend. But as you know, the last 7 years I was busy with the fact that together with some young people and promising engineers, I worked for the benefit of our country on other improbable project. They asked to create such field that it could hide our equipment from enemy eyes and devices that would help to bring closer the end to this awful war. However, if my calculations are right, then before completion of this war, and without it, remained a little, 2, at most 3 years.
What the project is, can you tell in more detail?
Unfortunately, I can't. Even what I told you I had no right to tell. But I know, Alfred, I can trust you. I will tell only that I am not sure of success of this experiment at all. It is too much unknown in this area. I'm afraid that the experiment can have awful consequences.
Let's return to your submitted application.
Working for the government, I secretly used laboratory for carrying out my personal experiences and experiments. It was simple. At nights, a lot of time. Exactly there I constructed and started the main invention for the first time.
Explain briefly the principle of its work, Mr. Tesla.
With pleasure, my friend. Especially as this principle is elementary. My transformer creates an electric field of very high tension that allows to force ether in a device upper, and with incredibly small energy consumptions. Flowing to the bottom of the device, ether makes the useful effect creating EMF in output coil of a third stage. An important detail, all coils of all three steps have to be adjusted definitely and very precisely. Otherwise, everything that you will see, it is only sparkling in the top of the device. You will see more detailed technical details after filing of the patent application.
It is madly interesting, Mr. Tesla. You said that the principles of work of your invention are explained in your past works. For young researchers whom interested your developments, tell in more detail with what of your works it is better to begin.
It is certainly the full series of lectures about currents of high frequency, methods of receiving them and methods of application, lecture devoted to problems of increasing of human energy, my work about gravitation as the pressure force of world ether. Having begun with it, you will not need nothing else anymore.
All secret of your device is in these works?
Quite so. In these works are my researches and searches of the solutions consistently described. In these works you will be able to find all of 3 separate devices, which are components of the machine for conversion, constantly surrounding us energy of the ether, in the suitable for our needs, electric power.
Well, Mr. Tesla, you as always stunned me and gave me food for long reflections. I will look forward to the moment when the world sees your invention. I am sure that it will turn everything upside down. There is something what you would like to tell or share with readers?
I already did it, my dear Alfred. I shared the most expensive that I have in life, what almost half a century worked on. I am sure that sooner or later, the world will understand and will come to what I came in the researches. I am not sure that I will live until my correctness will be recognized, but it will be recognized, I no doubt that it will. By my calculations, after 3 months I won't be alive, but I hope that during this time our bureaucratic machinery will process my application, and I, together with you, will become the witness of triumph of new power, pure power of the future.
Written down by Alfred S. Howell according to Nikola Tesla on October 28, 1942 in New Yorker Hotel.
I wanted to thank everybody for watching today. If you like this kind of content, we do a live show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on YouTube, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the main channel. The link will be in the description. Please join us, get in the chat, and have some fun. With all that said, hit the music.
The old man built. The old man built. The old man built. The old man built.
The old man builds is broken in the head. People not seeing reality has put them in the red. Where conscious and spirituality restricted from the norm and replaced with the ignorance of basic magnetic form. The geometry of God keeps running through his head. That's what makes old man builds broken in the head. The old man builds. The old man builds. Spheres of destiny are spinning in his mind, making him travel back and forth in time, battling the establishment for just a little recognition. Has him forcing the world to understand his premonition. That world will have all the technology in the end, even if it means his life will fail to instead. The old man builds.